paid 27 cents more per gallon this morning than you did last week, and that number's about to get worse. Brent crude climbed to $83. This isn't a headline you scroll past. I'm Mark Roach. I've been all over the Middle East, and I've worked inside of these corporate structures and private equity deals, started oil companies, run oil companies, guided $10 billion worth of acquisitions, and also understand the geopolitical systems that most people never see, having had access to all the power and elite structures that were hovering around. And today, I'm going to try to help you understand what's actually happening today and why it's happening and what it means for the decisions that you may be making this month or into the future. On February 28th, the United States and Israel launched coordinated strikes on Iranian targets. Then Iran's Revolutionary Guard issued a warning to all commercial ships: don't enter the Strait of Hormuz. Vessels could be at risk from missiles or drones. 5 tankers were targeted on the strait. That's 20% of global seaborne oil and 20% of global LNG supply that's offline. That's nearly 1/3 of Iraq's total production shut in because their storage tanks are full and the export routes are blocked. Iraqi officials warned that without resumed exports, the country may need to shut in nearly all 3 million barrels per day of production within days. Qatar suspended operations at the world's largest LNG export facility after Iranian drone attacks. That's 20% of global LNG supply paused. Saudi Arabia halted operations at its 400,000 barrel per day Ras Tanura refinery and is redirecting crude shipments from eastern Gulf ports to Yanbu on the Red Sea. The UAE reported a fire at the Fujairah port, which was triggered by debris. So you add all this up, roughly 1.5 million barrels per day of crude exports are offline this week. Even if a ship captain were willing enough to do the transit, insurance isn't available. And so that makes commercial shipping economically impossible, even if the physical risk were manageable. President Trump announced the U.S. will ensure free energy flow through the strait with insurance guarantees and potential naval escorts. As of today, March 5th, no tankers have resumed transit despite those assurances, to my knowledge. The shipping has stopped. The oil isn't moving. That's up 1370 from last week, a 22% gain in 5 trading sessions. Brent crude settled at 83.39 a barrel, up 22.9, 23% week over week.